Here in the setting of the Chronicles of Riddick, we enter a vast, dark and brutal universe where humanity has spread across multiple star systems, inhabiting diverse planets ranging from harsh prison worlds to desert worlds to highly developed civilizations, all connected by faster than light travel. Here, one of the most dominant forces is the Necromonger Empire, which is a fanatical, death-worshipping regime that conquers worlds and converts or kills entire populations in its quest to transcend mortality. On the other end of the spectrum are the mysterious Furyans, which are a near-extinct race of honorable warriors that were nearly wiped out by the Necromongers. Between these there are also quite a few other human races as well as a variety of alien creatures from different planets. Now, here in this video we will focus first on the 13 deadly alien species first, and then maybe on another video we will explore the elder races of this universe. So let's get banging. The first creature here is the Bioraptor. These are terrifying alien predators from the movie Pitch Black and the Chronicles of Riddick. They come from the desert planet called M6117, a place with constant sunlight because it is a multi-star system. To survive this, the Bioraptors live mostly of their lives deep underground in huge tunnel networks, but every 22 years, a rare planetary alignment causes a long eclipse that covers the whole planet in darkness for months. During this time, the Bioraptors emerge in massive numbers to hunt and complete their life cycle. Their behavior is somehow similar to a swarm of locusts, but on a more massive scale. They move in groups, attack quickly, and strip entire areas of life. It is even believed that they wiped out most other life forms on the planet, which is why they have to sometimes eat each other and cannibalize to survive. These Bioraptors look very alien and dangerous. They have heads that are like an axe and a hammer being fused together. They have thin, fast-moving bodies covered in tough, leathery skin, along with wings that let them glide and fly short distances. Instead of eyes, they have special sound-sensing organs that let them see using echolocation like bats. These sensors sit on the long stalks, but they create a small blind spot right in front of their mouth. Their sizes are similar to pteranodons from Earth's past. They also have sharp features all over their bodies, with forked tails with pointed ends, with hidden bone-like spears in their legs and long spike-like tendrils in their wrists that can shoot out to stab prey. There are smaller infant Bioraptors that swarm in huge flocks, and even with their small size, they can tear a person apart together in a matter of seconds. And then the larger adults are way stronger and hunt individually. One of their biggest weaknesses, however, is that light, even in a small amount, like a simple flashlight, can burn their skin, and so they hide from light and thus only emerge during the solar eclipse in their world. The second creature is the hellhound. These are dangerous, genetically engineered creatures from the Chronicles of Riddick movie. They are a mix of wolf-like and reptile-like creatures, and they are designed to be fast, strong, and extremely deadly. These creatures were originally bred in a place called the Pit on Cantor Borealis, and later used in the brutal prison of the planet called Crematoria. Over time, the prison authorities improved them to act as living weapons for controlling inmates. During feeding time, the hellhounds were released into the prison, where they chase down and attack prisoners for both security and entertainment, making them a terrifying part of daily life in that prison. In terms of appearance, hellhounds look like muscular, low-to-the-ground beasts with a mix of fur and scales. Their scales are normally black, but when they get angry or go into attack mode, their bodies glow with a fiery orange or red coloration. Their eyes are special too, as they shine in a similar way to Riddick's, which thus allows them to see quite well in the dark, kinda like cats. And even though they are deadly, Riddick was able to tame one just by staring it down or bonding with it using his similar eyes, showing that he understood animal behavior on a very deep level. Number 3. The alien jackal. So this one was seen in the third movie. The alien jackals are wild dog-like creatures living on the harsh planet known as Nutbug, and these are natural predators, but also at times they are scavengers, meaning they hunt for food and eat whatever they can, like opportunistic hunters. Even though they mostly eat meat, they can also eat some of the same food as humans, like nuts and such. They have red blood like humans, and at least one of them is shown to have a different coloration in their eyes, which is a condition called heterochromia. These creatures usually live in dry, barren areas of the planet where survival is really tough. In behavior, these alien jackals are aggressive but also surprisingly similar to normal dogs. They hunt in packs, protect their young, and can form bonds. When Riddick first arrives on the planet, He is attacked by a group of them but manages to escape, and later he finds a baby jackal from an abandoned litter and decides to raise it. Over time, the young jackal grows into a loyal companion, like a very loyal dog, staying by Riddick's side until it died, sharing food and helping him to survive. Number 4. The Mud Demons. These are another dangerous predator species from Nutfuria. They spend most of their time hidden underground or in pools of water, staying dormant during the dry season. But when the planet's heavy rains begin, they come out in large numbers to hunt. These creatures need moisture to survive, so they become mostly active when everything is wet. That's when they turn into a major threat, attacking anything they can find. This makes their nature similar to the Bioraptors, as they are mostly not a threat due to the environmental conditions, and only become so during rare times. In appearance, mud demons look like a mix of scorpions, reptiles, and even a xenomorph stacked together. They have 2 strong legs, sharp teeth, and a long, 3-pronged tail that they use to grab or stab their prey. Their tails even have breathing holes, which lets them to stay underwater for long periods of time. Their bite is venomous and can paralyze their victims, and interestingly enough, the younger ones are sometimes more dangerous because they can't control how much venom they can inject into their prey. They will even eat their own kind or cannibalize if needed, showing just how brutal and survival focused these creatures are. And they're kinda like the Bioraptors but in the 3rd movie and of a different species. Number 5. The Alien Vulture. So the Alien Vulture, in quotes, is a strange scavenger creature seen in Riddick 3. It lives on an unnamed desert planet called Nutfuria like the others, and it mostly feeds on dead animals, like a scavenger, which makes it a carrion eater, kind of like vultures on Earth. And even though it's called a vulture, it actually seems more like a reptile than a bird. It doesn't have feathers or a beak. Instead, it has leathery wings, a more animal-like mouth with teeth, and a flat tail that helps it to steer while flying. In behavior, the alien vulture isn't shown as a major hunter, but as a scavenger, but it's still dangerous if it finds something weak or injured. Number 6. The Xeno. These are deadly underground creatures from the game The Chronicles of Riddick escaped from Butcher Bay. They live deep beneath the mines of Butcher Bay Prison, hiding in dark caves and tunnels. These creatures are very aggressive and they have a very creepy habit of eating only the human heads, often leaving the entire body behind. Xenos are built for climbing and ambushing. They scale walls easily and they have a very powerful tail that can rip a person's head off, like decapitating in one strike. In terms of appearance and behavior, they look like large lizard-like monsters with a very dangerous ability to spit venom. There are infants and adults in this prison planet. The infant Xenos are smaller, faster, and they usually do most of the hunting, while the adults are bigger, tougher, and they protect the young. Xenos also sleep hanging upside down on cave ledges, like bats, using their tails to hold on, which helps to protect their young at the same time. Number 7. The Shrill. These are strange and very dangerous creatures seen in the Chronicles of Riddick. They were kept by a character named Antonia Chillingsworth on her ship, the Kublai Khan, which is mainly for entertainment. 2 of them, one green and one violet, were released to fight Richard B. Riddick, or just Riddick. And the Shrill are very fast and deadly with 4 sharp tentacle-like limbs. They can inject a special poison which melts their victims into a goo-like substance, thus making them extremely terrifying. They also glow with bright colors, which makes them look almost beautiful even though they are really deadly. Their weak point seems to be the center of their body, where the brain is located, and Riddick manages to kill them by attacking that spot, and they are easily killed. The next creature is the Brax. This was seen in the short animated movie called Fury. The Brax is a huge powerful creature that is polymechanical, meaning it has been modified with technology. It is also seen on the Kublai Khan and it is used like a living tracking animal. When given a sample of someone's blood, it can hunt them down with incredible focus. The Brax is so strong and aggressive that it can easily kill multiple armed people, even swallowing them whole. At one point in time, it hunts Riddick and his companions, tearing through anything in its path. However, despite its strength, it was eventually killed when Riddick ambushes it and strikes its brain, showing that even such a massive creature has a weak point, and a headshot is a headshot no matter what creature. Number 9. The UV6 creature. The UV6 bipedal creature is a strange human-sized alien from the planet called UV6. It was seen in the movie The Chronicles of Riddick. It walks on 2 legs like a person and has a thick white fur which covers most of its body except its face. It has hands with 5 fingers and also opposable thumbs, which makes it kinda similar to primates like us humans. However, its eyes are placed on the sides of its head like a chicken, and can see heat instead of normal light like a snake, which is kinda like thermal vision. This makes it a good hunter, especially in the dark. These creatures are dangerous, and Riddick had to kill one of those while surviving on that planet. The next one here is from the same planet and the same movie, and it is a massive alien beast that once lived on UV6, but it was only seen as a dead body. It was so huge that its remains looked like a cave from outside. In fact, Riddick actually lived inside its body for almost 5 years without him realizing it wasn't a real cave. The creature was likely a carnivore since its mouth was filled with rows of sharp claw-like teeth. It must have been extremely powerful when alive, probably one of the top predators of the planet, but how it died is a mystery. Number 11. The orozo, also called Orozo giganticus. This is another dangerous animal from the planet called UV6. It is about the size of a human and covered in fur, and it is a really dangerous and aggressive species, territorial. The orozos travel in groups, like herds, and move around the planet depending on the season. They mostly eat fish, which makes them a little bit unusual compared to other predators of this planet. Riddick once killed one of these and used its claw to make a knife, but aside from that, nothing much is known about these creatures. Number 12. The Cetaceans. These cetacean creatures are large, peaceful animals that once lived on a desert planet called M6117 in pitch black. Even though their name sounds like ocean animals, they actually live on land and move across the sandy terrain. They were likely herbivores, but they may be also carnivores or apex predators, but were killed by the bioraptors. They were wiped out during the long eclipses when the planet went dark, and they were only seen as bones in the movie. And lastly, we come to the algae Welk fish. This is a type of fish found on an ocean planet called Aguera Prime. Like much of the life on that planet, it is likely poisonous and it needs to be cleaned or treated before it can be eaten safely. Despite that, it is considered a good meal when prepared properly. People say it tastes best when smoked and served with sweet carnivorous chili seeds. Compared to the other creatures, it's not really a hunter or a threat, but it still shows how dangerous because it is poisonous and it has tentacles and can grab stuff. And so with that, we end this video on the 13 deadly alien species from the setting of the Chronicles of Riddick. With that, we end this video. Now do hit the like button for support, and also for the ones holding their phones in their hands, hit the hype option to push this content further. I guess something happens when you hit the hype option. You might do it, you might not do it, but if you do it, it'll help us. Anyway, subscribe to be a part of Legion Nutbug, and till the next time, take care, boys.